in an engineering college and you were part of the anti-ragging committee. Tell me, what is sociology of ragging? Are we actually a society of mob lynchers? Every time we get an opportunity, we actually mob lynch individuals. Ragging is one form of that. What do you say?
So I will not say that we are a society of mob lynchers. I will say there have been instances where mob lynching has come out as the immediate expression of the anger of people. But there have to be efforts in place where we can reduce the kind of spread. For example, sir, recently there have been such lynchings because of WhatsApp groups where people have forwarded the messages and just acted on that front.
Can you just go back to the ragging thing? What, in your opinion, is sociology of ragging? Why do one rag?
So if we go to the sociology of ragging, so I believe there is to some people, there could be a misguided sense of being superior, trying to prove themselves superior, or to bully the other person, and a sadist attitude to try to derive pleasure out of the other person's pain. I think, sir, this is the underlying...
you believe it's an individual trait, it has nothing to do with the collective sense?
Yes, sir, I believe it is an individual.
Usually the ragging take place, wherever ragging used to take place, and if it is taking place still, it is usually in groups. It is a group of seniors who actually rag a group of juniors.
So then I'll say that it is an individual trait, but when like-minded people and students come together, they try to behave in this certain manner.
You have taken some qualification in women empowerment.
Yes, sir, very recently.
You are a very young aspirant. Suppose you get into the civil services at this very attempt, and you reaches the trainings. And in the academy, you feel that everybody is being very polite to you since you're very young. You're being kid-gloved in the entire training thing. And you're being patronized by not only your teachers, the trainers there, but even your colleagues who may be 8 years, 10 years senior to you in age. How will you handle this situation when you're not getting equal footing even in your training or in course of your civil services practice?
So being kid-gloved, as you said, or being treated as such would not be, in my opinion, an appropriate way to handle or behave to a person. So, sir, I'll try to put forward this to whoever people I feel have been behaving with me in that manner, and I'll try to bring forth those capacities and capabilities in me.
But they're being extra nice. How can you say don't be extra nice to me? They're not harassing you, they're not being rude to you, they're just being extra nice. So and it is obviously affecting your personality development over there, Abhay.
So that's what I will try to convince them, that it is good for my own personal growth that I be treated equally at par with all the other candidates. I'll make sure that I convey that to them.
You're basically a Marathi staying in Madhya Pradesh. Recently, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, when in the very first week, said that outsiders should not be claiming the jobs and opportunities in Madhya Pradesh. Obviously, he was not referring to Marathis as such, but Maharashtra is also guilty of similar behavior for the similar people. What is your take on this? Should this our land, our jobs, this protectionism have any place in federalism like ours?
I don't think so, sir. Every state has its own cultural traditions and own customs, but this does not mean that we deter other people from coming and participating in the employment or the education sector. I believe in the longer term, the politicians have to and the government together has to move forward in creating employment and ensuring education facilities to all, so that we cannot transfer the blame of this on some other person who is migrating for his own reasons.
Okay, Ms.